All right, today is Wednesday, November 14, 2018. This is the meeting of the Kubernetes CSI implementation group. Today is the day before code freeze for Kubernetes 1.13. We're trying to get CSI to GA this quarter, and there are a number of outstanding items. We're going to get a review of all of them and see what we need to do to get over the finish line in time. Before we jump into the Q4 tasks, I'm going to quickly get a status update on 1.12 tasks that we still have outstanding. Is Chang on the line by any chance for the topology tests? It doesn't look like he is, and I believe Shing is also out for KubeCon, so we'll have to wait on getting updates on these tests. Next up is the items for GA. So overall status, we're moving CSI alpha features to beta for a number of reasons. We need to focus on CSI GA. There's a lot of tasks that we have left for that. And we don't have enough good end-to-end tests to get a good signal on the features that we're moving to GA. And the CRD installation, it hasn't necessarily been enabled for all the different flavors of deployment that there are. So that's a potential risk as well for those features. So what we're saying is that the alpha features moving to beta this quarter, we're going to hold off on those unless we have a very clear signal that it's pretty much done. The items that we are continuing to focus on are these P0s, moving the volume attachment API object to V1. I believe as of yesterday, Jordan was pretty happy with it at the end of the day. Any updates on this? I don't know if Amont's on the line. He's been the one who's addressing this. Oh, looks like Jan's back too.
Hey, Saad, we're seeing your calendar if you meant to share the doc.
Yes.
Okay, so I came back from my PTO and Jordan had a couple of comments around validation. So I tightened the validation and posted new PR like 1 hour ago. Maybe that's enough. I didn't check Jordan's response yet.
Okay. Are there any major outstanding concerns right now?
No, I think I fixed everything.
Okay.
You never know.
Okay, if we can get a LGTM from Jordan today, that would be awesome. We'll be in a good place. But otherwise, it looks like this is on track. Next up is the Cubelet device registration mechanism. Vlad, any updates on this?
Yes, I ping Vish and Tim Allclair.
Okay.
I'm looking for approval on the GA PR.
Okay.
Because I had to rebase it, so I've been pinging them, and I think, yeah, that only says feature approver. So can you, or do you have approval rights there? Because we could just get that.
I think it might be me. Feature approvers. Yeah, I have rights to that, so I don't think we need either of them. I will make a note to do this. Yeah,
I'll ping you as well.
Okay.
And then the remaining PR, I'm going back and forth with Renaud, trying to get that completed hopefully today.
Okay.
And
can you post the PR numbers in here?
Yeah, sorry about that. I'll get that for you.
Okay. Overall, how do you feel about code freeze?
If I can get Renaud to kind of get him to get this done today, because I know he's busy. I think he's in the middle of a move.
Okay.
We should be good.
Okay.
I think Vish might be able to, because that code will fall within Cubelet.
Mm-hmm.
He may be able to approve that.
Okay, let's get the PR out there early, get the correct approvers on there.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, the PR is already open. I'll post it right now so I don't forget anymore. And then we should be good to go. But if anything start to look funky before tomorrow, I'll let you know.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
CRD installation mechanism is there. There's a new add-on for deployers. Challenge is getting different deployers like KubeADM, et cetera, to pick it up. I'm going to do the update for local up. That's still on my plate. KubeADM and COPS, I'm going to open up bugs against them. And that can happen post code freeze for those two. CSI external provisioner topology support to beta. I don't believe Deep is on the line or anybody who has an update on this. So we're going to skip over that. Most likely, we're not going to get this in in this release, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Next up, moving the CSI driver, CSI node info alpha to beta. We're also going to keep this in alpha for this quarter. We need end-to-end tests to verify everything and make sure that we don't blow things up. If it looks like it's very close and Jan, Matt, Hemant really want to push this through, we could request an exception. But for now, I would prefer to focus on the other outstanding issues that we have. And that would be this. Sorry, not that. Adding check. So actually this where we decided we're not going to do for 1.13. This is adding in logic for the CRD install to force it to fail so that deployers realize that they need to install the CRD. We decided that that's a pretty big hammer and we don't want to wield it this quarter. We'll try to do that next quarter. Moving CSI to 1.0.
By the way, Saad, Deep's PR for topology has been merged. The one that was yellow.
Oh, okay. This is the validation one?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, the internal validation of the webhook, it won't, we won't be able to have that.
It was the alternative for the webhook.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Are we still okay moving this to beta? I think the problem is it depends on the CRD, right?
Right.
So if the CRD doesn't move, then this doesn't move.
Right.
Okay. And as far as we know, the CRD is not going to move. But if the CRD ends up moving, is there any additional work that we need to do on this?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that's the only blocker.
Depends on beta. What about this end-to-end test work?
The PR is out. It's under review.
Oh, okay. Are they working?
Basically, the test can't succeed. It won't be able to succeed unless the provisioner gets the new 1.0 version gets cut. But it'll be merged.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, awesome. So potentially we could get this in. It depends on moving the objects to beta, but not the primary focus. This is P2 for this quarter. So, okay. So CSI RC has been cut. RC2 has been cut. This morning we had the CSI meeting, and there were concerns raised about the wording of the comments for the target path. And Ben and Luis are going to send out an update to the spec, and we're going to put that into the 1.0. It shouldn't actually change any of the code, so the work that we're doing to pick up the 1.0 spec shouldn't change on our side. And that's the next piece here is updating Kubernetes entry to pick up CSI 1.0 RC. This is becoming quite a challenge because the version number, the package version number changed from V0 to V1, so that anything that speaks to CSI with this new version is incompatible with the old drivers. So the drivers also need to be updated. I bumped the version on the entry Kubernetes, but the tests are all failing for CSI because the tests are speaking to drivers which are speaking 0.3, CSI not 1.0, and those are incompatible. So we need the tests to be updated. I started updating the host path PR, or the host path driver, and everything in the drivers repo. And I need to test this and deploy this. So I need
Just a quick question on that one. It's just a single file. Why are 3,000 files changed?
I think we removed a bunch of things. So I removed the Cinder driver because Cinder has been moved.
Oh, I see.
Then I also removed the dependencies that were no longer required.
Got it.
So please take a look at that if you can, and give me feedback on it. I need to figure out how to actually test this. Luis, do you have any suggestions? Do I have to actually just cut it and then?
I would suggest that this is master, right? It's just if it passes the unit test, to me that's enough to merge it in.
Okay.
Master it's not a release, so that's just my opinion.
Okay. And what is the process of deploying to Quay? Is that something I can do, or is that something only you can do?
It's done automatically by Travis. It pushes a canary up. So
got it. So after we merge, the new container is automatically created.
Yes.
I can use that new container on my local build to test it against this, and if we're good, then I'll bump it on this side to use the new container.
Correct.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
You might need to tag the build. I'm not sure you have permissions for that.
I have permission. If you don't, no, Saad doesn't have permissions, but Jan, you and I do. Saad, if you create a Quay account and tell me the name, I can give you all the permissions you need to.
Okay. Wouldn't this automatically happen with Travis just merging, or?
If you for Canary, but it doesn't.
For the official release.
For the official release, once we cut it, then I do that.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to need your help with that. So what's your availability like in the next 48 hours before code freeze, or 36 hours?
Oh, I'm here for whatever you need. I'm also in the Los Altos office this week.
Okay.
So.
All right. So I'll just sync with you on Slack with anything I need.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So the GCPD driver, David, is going to be working on that. David, are you okay with that?
Yeah, I should be able to find some time today to do that.
Okay. What I noticed was the biggest change that's most annoying is the validate volume capabilities. Feel free to just not implement that for this version because Kubernetes doesn't use it, and then we can fix that after code freeze. The goal right now is just to have some containers that we can use for the end-to-end tests.
Got it. My question actually is, has CSI test been upgraded, the CSI sanity? Because I feel like that would be a dependency.
It has not.
No, it has not. And actually there's an issue there where we released it, called it 0.3, and it's actually a limbo version of CSI spec after 0.3.
Right. That might be a dependency for GCPD. I could possibly get past the pre-submits, but I think sanity is part of our pre-submits now.
All right. So I would need to. This is a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. What do you want to do with CSI sanity? I can update it to 1.0 or RC1 and then release that. And
it needs to be updated to RC2.
Okay. So maybe we can create a release RC2 for CSI sanity.
Okay.
And then you guys can use that tag.
That would be perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
So that means that we need you to focus on this immediately. I guess Ben is taking over the
Yeah, I'm gonna
updating
do
the
this right now.
CSI.
Actually. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we should be good there then. CSI test, is that another component that needs to be updated?
No, it's the same repo.
Okay,
So CSI test is the name of the repo. CSI Sanity is one of the tools in the repo.
got it. Okay, so CSI test, CSI sanity needs to be updated. And Luis is going to work on this. So this is super critical, Luis. We need it like as soon as possible today.
I'm on it right now.
Awesome. Sidecar containers, there is a number of them. Michelle has volunteered to work on this, but we may possibly need other people's help to review and merge and maybe take over some of the sidecar containers, but we'll let you know. Does anybody want to update the mock driver, and is that a requirement?
The mock driver for what?
The mock driver, I think, is used by some of the end-to-end tests today. Is that correct?
Mock driver is part of CSI test also.
I think we
Okay.
turned them off, or we were going to turn them off. I saw a PR that was like complaining about it or something and wanted to turn them off.
Yeah, I have this PR that starts using the mock, but it's not merged yet, so I can hold it, and we can merge it afterwards.
Okay.
I think it wasn't even working in the pre 1.0 state, so that's why we were thinking of turning them off.
Okay, so we'll say we'll just hold off on that, and there should be nothing that needs to be done for mock.
Someone should confirm though that's actually true. I'm not. I can maybe look at it.
Does
I
anybody?
thought don't the skip attach test use the mock driver?
Oh wait, Michelle, you're here. I thought you were the one that was wanting to turn them off.
So sorry, I just got back from the release meeting. I think, so there's a PR to use the mock driver to test the pod information, the pod information alpha feature. And as part of that PR, it had added the mock driver to like all the standard tests. So I suggested that we can just run the mock driver for the alpha feature test, but not for everything else.
Got it. So we still need to upgrade this to 1.0.
That's Jan's PR.
So to be clear, Jan has a PR that's using mock. Can we hold this until after code freeze and just fix it after code freeze, or does this also need to be fixed now?
We can wait after code freeze.
Okay. Michelle, is that okay?
Yeah, we just need to make sure the skip attach test is not using it.
I have a PR for as well, for not yet open, but for that uses the mock drivers. The volume limit CSI ETUE tests.
The skip attach tests are already merged or already running?
They're already merged, but for some reason they're not actually running.
Okay, so that is not ideal. Does anybody want to work on fixing the mock test? It sounds like we're going to have to do it anyway. Or the mock driver.
I can do that.
Okay.
But it's part of CSI test, so maybe Luis can do that in the whole by updating the CSI sanity test.
Yeah, I'm going to be updating CSI to 1.0 RC2 right now, which changes the mock driver automatically to that level.
Ooh, awesome.
So is that what you want?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So that'll be done. It's the same repo. So
okay.
The mock driver, the driver plugins, mock for Golang mocks, and the CSS sanity will be all the same. Okay,
sounds good. So we're going to need a release for each one of these, an RC2 release. Okay. And we can think about that offline. but I think we should have everything. Sidecar containers, CSI test, CSI mock, host path. Once all of these things are available, I will stick the updates in my PR on the Kubernetes side.
For the sidecars,
Yeah,
can we explicitly list all the sidecars that need to be updated?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly right. I was just going to ask that.
Have the snapshot tests merged?
No.
Okay, so those are the 3 that I'm aware of.
We'll eventually need to update the snapshot one, but not as urgently, I guess.
Right. Michelle, are you okay with picking up all 3 of them?
I hope so. I hope the work isn't like the changes aren't too big. So
I can do driver registrar because I'm also kind of like reworking the repo because I split into 2 programs.
Okay.
So you can give me driver registrar. Also, that PR with 2 programs hasn't need to reviews.
So let's hold off on the 2 programs and focus on getting just the 1.0 update.
Okay.
Get the 1.0 update and then get the 1.00 RC. And then post code freeze, we can do the split.
Okay, I can do that.
I think we want to cut all of this today, right?
Yeah, basically what I want is I need by today a container for each one of these that I can use on the end-to-end test side for Kubernetes. So I don't care how that container gets generated. If it is 1.0 compatible, I am going to be happy with it as long as my end-to-end test pass. And then after we get the end-to-end test pass, we merge the stuff for Kubernetes. We can go in and modify the external provisioners and external sidecar containers as much as we want.
Okay.
But this is a very, very high priority, so please get these things done as soon as possible today. If you're
Okay.
ping
So
me or ping Michelle.
I'm working on CSI test right now, and then I'll work on driver registrar after, and I'll ping you guys in the channel.
Perfect. Thank you, Luis. And between external attacher, external provisioner, does anybody want to help Michelle with this? All right, not all at once. Okay, Michelle, if you need help, I could possibly help you with that if I.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't expect the changes to be terrible, so.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. All right, cool. Thanks. So that's the most pressing issue that we have at the moment. Do folks want to meet tomorrow morning to get a update on things same time?
That's fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
Cool. I'll send out a meeting invite for same time tomorrow. That's all I have for today. Is there anything else anybody wants to talk about?
I'll ping you for the PRs that I need you to take a look at.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thanks, Vlad.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for the hard work, and let's get across the finish line. It's coming up fast. All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.